Hello, everybody. This your girl, this your girl Darvinique, jumping on here with a quick dose. Excuse me. I was having a conversation with my friend, and he met this lovely, amazing woman, and they were dating for 6 months. And after 6 months of dating, they went and got married. So we had this long conversation for about an hour. And he was just like, before we were dating, we would drink together, and, we would drink and have a nice amount to drink, but it never got carried away. We would go back to being responsible and taking care of our business. He said, well, recently, after us being married, and he goes, mind you, she comes from a very wealthy family and this, that, X, Y, Z. And when he said that to me in my mind, I'm like, that don't matter really. You can come from a wealthy family and still act like a broke person or still have a crappy mindset. Doesn't really matter. That's your parents' money, not technically yours in all reality. But, sometimes parents share the money. But back on track. So he was like, he noticed that after being married to her, she has been drinking excessively. And I'm like, well, give me an example. He was like, well, I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning because when I went into the bathroom, my wife was passed out on the floor and just intoxicated, half dressed, and he really didn't know what to do. So he called her brother, and I think they're Islamic. He said it was just a bunch of chaos, but the bottom line is that she's been drinking excessively. And I said, there's something in her life that you don't know about. She's probably dealing with something that she is afraid to be transparent about. And he just kind of got quiet, and he was just like, I never thought of it that way. I said, usually when people act out and it's like super, super dramatic, not all of the time, but, some majority of the time or sometimes, it's a secondary emotion to what they're really experiencing on the inside, or really to what's really going on, what's the truth. And I said she could be afraid. She could be scared to tell you or to show you her real self, or talk to you about things that happen in her life, because she fears that you would judge her and won't accept her as this beautiful, glamorous person that she's presented herself to be. I said, over time, you're probably gonna see a lot. Ooh, this is a lot just based off of our conversation. So I mentioned the advice that I gave to him, because he can't figure out. He was like, I just can't figure out. I don't even know this person that I married. That's what he was saying. He was like, I don't even know this person that I married. It just, everything seems so different. And for those who are married, y'all can probably relate. You marry the person, and then over time, the layers peel away, and they become someone extremely different. Now, you could have been deceived by the other person, or that person just has always been like that, and you just never seen the red flag. I don't know. But I said, you've got a lot. It's going to be a lot to walk through, but it can be done if you want to still stay married to this person. He was like, well, I can just run. We only been married for, a couple months or whatever. I could walk away now. I said, if you choose to do that, that is your decision. However, here's some advice if you decide to stay. I said, don't just ask her blankly, because already it seems like she's hiding something with how she's been acting out. Something could have happened in her life. XYZ. So many different factors to his situation. So I mentioned to him, I said, don't just ask questions. I mean, ask her questions, but don't come from a place to where you are targeting her, if that makes sense. I don't even know what you would call this method that I'm sharing with you. Like, ask her questions casually, but ask them in scenario types. For example, I just was thinking about something. How do you feel about abortion? How do you feel about that? Or, hey, I saw something on the internet, something I was thinking about something, and I just kind of want to get your opinion upon it. Like, what are your perspectives about X, Y, Z? And ask questions like that to where, if a person is guarded, when you come from that approach, you will get an answer. It'll be more likely for them to answer you because they won't feel like the question is targeting to them, as if you are saying, hey, why do you act like this? It'll just be kind of like, oh, I think this. And also watch movies with people. Watch television shows that actually connect to reality, and how a person responds to the television show or video game or whatever it may be will give you insight on their thought process, on how they think and how they view certain situations. You don't necessarily have to ask them questions. You can be placed in a situation with that individual where the circumstances around them will cause them to answer in a way of how they think. I hope that makes sense. So I just kind of shared that advice with him. I told him, don't give up too soon. Don't give up too soon, because it was definitely a lot in the beginning of what he was telling me. But, you've got to use wisdom in such a fragile situation, because, they got married really soon, and he honestly does not know who this woman is. And, there's certain things that are being revealed to him that's causing him to raise his eyebrow like, I didn't see this before. I didn't even know she had this in her. Well, anyways, this is your girl Darvinique sharing another dose with you. My tripod broke, so I'm holding it up propped on some books and just trying to get it to work. But I'm sharing this information with you because if you are facing a very similar situation, you can take the same information that I shared with him and apply it to your own life for your own situation. Okay, I think I'm in too long. It's about to be 10 minutes. All right, talk to you later.